bottom of the hour here in 2 minutes. This is when all the scalping takes place for me, running a grid trading algorithm. A lot of these orders are going to disappear in about a half an hour. I've got a couple of 1 hour order banks in here. My exits are the yellow lines. So whenever you see these yellow lines here, that's either a stop or a take profit. And then the grays are my limit entry, because if you go into your settings on platform here, hit F8, when it comes up here and it says volume, that's your buy limit entry. This would be your stop, take profit, or stop out. I guess this is the yellow ask line. I'd like to make that pretty high emphasis. This is a 4-digit broker. Kind of clunky, but a little safer, I think, if you're a beginner trader, to trade the 4-digit, because if you're from the stock market, it looks more like a stock market chart. And this is just kind of just trading the market volatility here. Pretty crude analysis, basically buy low, sell high. If this plunges down, these are 100 pip handles. So if this plunges down here, now if I'm just going to try to make 200 pips a week, or it's a 1 hour chart, so right at the this is the banker's window here, right at 91. So any way it goes, I don't care if it goes up or down. This looks like a nice sell up in here, so I'll put a 1 hour order up there. I only have one actually, so hopefully it lands right at the round here. So yeah, I took this account, I think it was at in the 3s here, not the 5s. Got to get this count up to about, add another decimal here. Here's the euro. Tick chart, pretty clunky. Can't even get it on the screen. Okay, there was the news, must come out on crude oil inventories or something like that. And this should be pretty fast here. 5 minutes of psychosis here. Looks like they're gonna punish this euro dollar. Come back and fill me on all these scalp banks. If it sweeps down like it did here, all these sweeps of this garbage here, market comes down, sweeps, you know, these are all my money makers. Most of these scripts are written like that. And on the sell side, they're written to take advantage of that sweep. So I sweep the leg, you know. Sweep the leg. Wax on, wax off. See, those orders just delete themselves. So I'll put another order in. Well, now I'm thinking if we come down to here and clip out these guys before we go up, so there's a bunch of stops here to be hunted down. So that's my next place to drop a, say, 30 pip deep or 40 pip deep. Start buying 40 pips deep. I think this is a 40 pip deep. This will last 1 hour, so I could pretty much go away for an hour, come back. This broker's going to take forever to fill this thing. Now, I always have an arrow on the first order. It's still filling orders now. The last arrow comes in, I know that it's completed the whole, you know, it's, okay, the script's done moving. Because on some of these brokers, that would have happened in 1 second. This broker, I think it's like 5 seconds. So I go to my other broker and playing the same scenarios out, looking to aggressively sell the Canadian dollar if it comes up in here in 1 hour. So it's got to get up here in an hour. I'm pretty much betting the ranch on that one, and then I'm betting the pullback retest here of the euro dollar. These are last about, some of these are 4 hours, and don't really care about, here's like I suppose a triangle sitting up here. Something's going to happen here, but this is the Wednesday triple swap rollover. So you'll typically see a few currencies like this one make a whole new high on Wednesday, and this is the time to sell up in here, because now that the and I'm sure you can make the technical analysis and arguments, you know, all day long on this. You failed to hit the top of the channel, just like I think gold did that on a 4 hour. Actually broke something on a 3. do these 3 touches, and then if you want to copy this line, just make a crude hold down the well, this is highlighted, hold down your control key and grab the tool here. Let me grab the line you drew. Should be able to, it's too close to order. Should be able to drag that. While you got the control key held down, you just kind of make a channel on the fly there, just something crude. And then of course here's what the bear argument is, that this is the double top, and now we're going to start walking down this channel here. But and the swap Wednesday swap swing argument is that they wanted to take it up here and capture that. It looks like a sell up on the daily channel up in this no man's land. But I have the computer paint the 50 handles only close to the current price, so I don't want to see all those lines over the chart. It's gonna just have it in this little. But I try to stick on the 1 hour on. I'm trying to keep 1 hour and 4 hours, so one broker is sitting on the 4 hours. So if I want to see market structure, I flip to the 4 hour broker. But you can organize this anyway to Tuesday because it's bottomless pit, right? This is my scalping kind of broker for today. I just decided to make this the scalping broker. And a lot of this just entails waiting for the market to play out the scenario of the script you laid in there. So if you're gonna place a huge buy bank down here where they're gonna scoop this British pound out, probably, they're gonna do one of these stop hump sweeps, So they're looking to grab all this stuff here, like stop all these people out and then rip it north. So that's like the big winning trade. Without regard to, I'm sure there's a nice divergence here on this triple bottom, but you gotta step in and nail it there, just like this one. Like to come out, market caves in, bam. So now the next thing is there's a probability to come down here, right? Got to get down there in about, got to make it down there in the next hour or 4 hours to, and if it doesn't, and then of course the idea here is that when the market say the market takes a breath here, consolidates, drifts sideways, and then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, this support line gets taken out, and then it will be a huge gust of wind down here. So at that point, you're thinking in terms of laying these 4 hours in like this. So you don't want to be in the market. You want to have exposure until those guys disappear, and the market could fall down to the next support level, which is 110, 100 pips even down from where we're at. So this order bank starts in 4 hours, and so you're going to get filled on that. Now, the idea that now you could also play precision orders of like sell here. In other words, put a pending sell right around here, because when the market comes up into this, okay, so now your pending sell is right there. So you're going to play bottom top theory on a just a bar chart, as opposed to a closed chart. Theory still works, but the fills are different and there's more trades. But for the breakout traders, you really want to have a bar chart like this, because you want to be able to just do the very crude placing an order above the last known. You gotta have a robot do that. In fact, I could probably build a stop bot. If you had a crude robot called the stop bot, which I kind of have in a way. In other words, I kept placing trailing sell stops here on the okay, there's a perfect trend line here, right? So I have a trailing, it places a sell stop there. It starts creeping them up. This is the 1 hour chart. So every hour and then when it breaks out this narrow range here, that's really when it goes to the plummetville. I mean, that's really the breakout trader's dream, and because it's such a passive entry. And then look at, you're already up, pretty good here. Even if you placed your trailing stop there, you could ride this thing all the way down. It'd be like this. Here'd be your trailing stops. You get stopped out to like here in this mess. But then it's time to play the different strategy of placing sell orders up here to capture this sweep. That's pretty good. Even if you got in here and you rode all the way to the losers paid out that whole day, that's 1 day. That's a 1 day reversal swing. So you're looking for those to clean up on, because these trades are golden, because say you start placing buy here, you're in an uptrend, and you just get on the pullback, because the guys that buy here on the stop entries, they got to put their stop down here, so they're risking this much. I just think it's bad. I think it's bad Better to buy here at the market. But I'm long on my my pullback fill limits. See here, it's British pound, right? Now British pound I think is going up in the end, right? But they have to come down and get some orders off of this top bottom. Okay, here's a nice clustered top bottom. This is a 30-minute chart, so that's a 2-hour top bottom zone. But see how they didn't. You had to buy at the market. You're forced to get at the market here and jump on because, well, I guess you could make the argument that this little wick here, right? So here's one. Here's a top bottom, right on that wick. But the problem is with the spread, you wouldn't have got filled. But this clustered top here, market pulls back. You're still holding this, and then your first target has to be here because it's going to come up, fill that hole. And then maybe it is going to create a down channel like this. And we're going to start walking down. So you have two scenarios there, but you're always fading it, you know. In other words, this is a bottom, becomes a top. You're always looking for this trade while you're looking for the continuation. So you have to wear both hats. You have to be a bull and a bear. You can't really, and for the breakout static orders, you're going to place, you could even be non-directional, but maybe you're biased on this breakout bank script for a plunge like this. But of course, at the same time, as this is taking profits, you realize that they're going after this area, so you want to have your retrace spike counter trend fade trades here, because you got to scalp this crap and actually made it on that retrace to there. Selling here might have been a little tough. Of course, you got to be on this thing. This is a half-hour chart or something, right? You got to be on this thing. So if you go to the 4-hour, a little less decision making. Here's 0. We're gonna do a spike out here. So I can see it coming. I'm gonna put a. This is gonna be a half hour. I don't know. It's gonna be 15 minutes. So we got to get down there real fast. This is like trend orientated because my take profits are way up in here. So you see how it's going to get in here and it's going to do the full swing. You can see those take profits come in, and then this one would be a half hour deep for if it spikes down and nothing happens as we're going into the close of Europe here in about 2.5 hours, I think, or something. There's typically one of these blastola here. It ends up looking like this in the end, and people are like they're a little blindsided. Of course, this is one day down here, falls out of bed, and then this, and then wow, you know, I guess that's the one that's the true auction trade or the market maker trade, is they catch all the guys that have sell stops here. They catch them, pick up that, and then they actually not only do they come back to this, they go way up. So this will be great if we can have that happen right now today. That will clean me into the can double this account in today. Double this account today. But it's got to get there on time, see. And I could walk away from the 4. I'm going to put some 4 hours in here in case we go super deep. So this 4 hours are going to come in about 50 pips deep. And if this whole thing filled like that and you got one of these, I mean, you're making about 70 pips. It's just walk away. Set it, forget it trading, really. So I hit the pause button here.